Alright, welcome back guys. This is our third and last video for hypothesis testing. The last method we're going to go over is the confidence interval approach. Again, make sure you've watched the other videos so you know kind of the setup of the problem. I have most of the information filled in already. I've determined my random variable, set up my hypotheses, and I've computed the test statistic. Now, for the confidence interval approach, this is only applicable to a two-sided test. Since we're testing not equal, mu not equal to something, this is a two-sided test. So I can use the confidence interval approach if I choose. In order to use the confidence interval approach, I'm going to create a confidence interval. My alpha is 5%. Therefore, my confidence level is 95%. So let's build a 95% confidence interval around the hypothesized mean. Confidence interval, to construct a confidence interval, recall that we take a point estimate, in this case, x bar the sample mean, and then we add the margin of error and subtract the margin of error for an upper and lower bound. This m I'm going to quickly calculate in Excel using the confidence.norm function. My alpha is 0.05. My population standard deviation is given in the problem. Population standard deviation is 2.1. And then my sample size, 100, a random sample of 100. Okay, rounded to 4 decimals, this is my margin of error. So I'll add and subtract this to my sample mean. That will give me a confidence interval. So just based on the concepts of confidence intervals, we know that 95% of the time, the true population average will fall between these values. 5%, it will be outside. Now that I have my confidence interval, the way I make a conclusion about my hypotheses is I look at the hypothesized mean, this mu sub 0, or the 36 value. If the hypothesized mean falls within my 95% confidence interval, I do not reject HO. If it falls outside the confidence interval, I reject HO. Or in more detail, I have laid out the decision rule here. Since the hypothesized mean does fall within the 95% confidence interval, do not reject HO.